one of the most underappreciated sequels.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better.
So R.I.P. to both of those guys who brought us some good memories over the years. And just to end this little thing, I didn't want to end it on some sad notes. So I'll end it on some streaming services. What new horror films are coming to some streaming services this month? Now, these aren't new movies. These are just new movies to that streaming service. So if you've been looking for a specific older movie and you don't have Max, but you have Hulu, or if you don't have Hulu, you got Peacock, and if you don't, or if you got all three of them, and you're like, God damn, I really wish they'd put this on there. Well, I'm about to tell you all the new shit that's going to be on there starting yesterday, August 1st, because this is August 2nd.
But they're going to be hearing this on August next week.
Yeah, my point is, by the time you're hearing this, you'll be able to get up on that motherfucker.
You're a fucking idiot.
And you're going to be able to type in that motherfucker. And you're going to be able to stream that motherfucker.
And tell that motherfucker you love that motherfucker.
I ain't listening to the... I ain't going to say that. But, yeah, unfortunately, Peacock is lacking, man. There's only one new horror film coming in August, and that's the Ryan Reynolds film, R.I.P.D. It's a fun movie. If you haven't seen it, you got Peacock. Check it out. Hulu's not getting that many, but they're getting some pretty good ones. They're getting the thriller movie, which I've always been really a big fan of, called Phone Booth.
Yeah.
With it has Kiefer Sutherland. He's the sniper, and Colin Farrell is in that booth, and you can't leave or he'll shoot him, and he's shooting people. Oh, I love that movie.
That was a great movie.
Also, the 2006 Hills Have Eyes is coming to Hulu.
The one that actually is better than the original.
The one that we think is better. And the classic 1996 witch movie, The Craft. You'll be able to watch that on Hulu.
I know Leanna's going to be excited about that.
Yep. But the big ones are coming to Max, formerly known as HBO Max, now just Max. So you're going to get Nightmare on Elm Street 1984 and the Horrorble remake are both going to be on there. Wes Craven's new Nightmares come into there, and Nightmare 2 through 5. So pretty much everything except for maybe Freddy's Dead, I believe.
Yeah. So
anything Freddy related that you want to watch. Also, Chernobyl Diaries is going to come on there. That's a pretty spooky movie. The classic Spawn movie is coming on there.
Bad good.
Yeah. Twister's coming on there.
Titty Twisters.
Twister.
And
my personal favorite, I saved these for last, the 1979 and the 2005 Amityville Horror is going to be streaming on Max. So if you're thinking of, damn, where can I see Nightmare movies? Log on to Max. Or if you want to see the Amityville movie, if you go, I've seen the original. I've never seen the remake with Ryan Reynolds. Well, make a movie night.
It's it gets a lot of hate for no reason. Like, I've gone back and watched it several times, and I find enjoyment in it every time.
I think what the problem is that too many people have seen Ryan Reynolds movies before they have seen this movie. Even though this movie was before, this was kind of when Ryan Reynolds wasn't a household name. It was like right after Van Wilder. You know, some people knew him, but, you know.
Yeah, he wasn't the Ryan Reynolds that everybody knows now.
Yeah. He's not, you know, it's not, you know, when we saw this movie for the first time, we didn't go, oh, look, Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds' first horror movie. What was it called? Frankenbolt?
What?
What was that one where he, like, was came out in the early 2000s with Ryan Reynolds. And he accidentally got the serial killer brain put in him after he died because he wanted to bring him back. Was it called Frankenbolt?
I don't know. I don't believe that I've seen that.
All right, I'm back. So it's called Bolt Neck, actually. It came out in 2000. Just getting my facts here for you. It's on Tubi free, but you won't find it under Bolt Neck. You will find it under Teen Monster. It's kind of a horror comedy. It's pretty fucking good. I just found out about it recently because there was a Deadpool ad, funny enough, and what is his name? The soccer player, David Beckham Jr., made a stab at Deadpool. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what he said. He was like, yeah, and BoltNet sucked. And it cut to Deadpool, and he said, oh, that was a masterpiece. It was fucking funny. But actually, BoltNet's actually not that bad. If you get a chance, check it out. It's on Tubi. It's worth a Google.
Well, I'll definitely be watching it because I never heard of it. I've never seen it. So you have stumped the thunder.
Oh, man. That is that's a unicorn moment, people. And I have it on audio, no video. But did you have any more?
Nope, I'm all out.
Cool. Well, I wanted to talk about a couple more things. We got to see the extended trailer of The Nun when we saw Talk to Me. This now it would be a couple days ago.
Nun 2 to be exact.
The Nun 2 to be exact. And it's looking pretty promising.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good.
The extended trailer that we saw is actually still doesn't really tell you anything, give anything away. Pretty couple good jump scares that I kind of wish they would have left out. But, that's just being picky. So if you want to go and watch that, give it a Google or a Tubi. There is a trailer out for a Haunting of the Queen Mary. It's pretty isolated ship movie, from what I could tell. I didn't get to watch the full trailer, but it looked pretty dope. It's coming out August 18th, so a couple weeks from now.
Is that going to be in a streaming service?
That is going to be
video on demand
theaters.
Oh, is it in theaters? Cool.
It's going to be in theaters.
This is the fucking year of haunted demon possession movies.
I'm telling you, bro. I am definitely over it. We still got a Haunting in Venice coming out. That's around the corner. You got a full-length trailer of Five Nights at Freddy's out, if you want to go check that out. That's around the corner, too. It's official that is a PG-13 movie, which doesn't mean shit because, ladies and gentlemen, Jaws is PG-13.
Yeah.
So,
we gonna see.
We gonna see. But I guess the funny note of this week is the official trailer for Slaughter House, like as in Sloughed, is out. It is coming out the 30th of this month in August. It's actually going to be in theaters. I guess it's going to be a limited release. I'm not sure. It's a comedy horror movie about a killer sloth. And I got to fucking say, I'm thoroughly excited for this because they're using, it looks like a practical effects for this movie. It's not like a CGI sloth.
Yeah. Again, we gonna see. I mean, a killer sloth. You can't. It has to be a comedy horror or a horror comedy.
Oh yeah.
I believe that it's probably going to be in the same vein as your Cocaine Bearish.
I pray to God. But if you get a chance, check out the trailer. I guess I'm genuinely looking forward to like Saw and Five Nights at Freddy's and Slaughter House because I'm getting so burnt on these demon movies and devil movies. Like, I mean, literally the majority of the movies this year have been demons, ghosts, like, ugh.
Yeah, it gets old for a while. That's why I mentioned that we go watch The Meg too. At least that's a little different. I mean, it's about a shark. I mean, we're still in summer too, since we didn't get to see Jaws. Maybe that can make up for it or whatever.
It doesn't, but I mean, it'd be a good change of pace though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not,
I need a break.
Yeah, and at this point, we've saw the first Meg. We know what to expect. We know it's going to be over the top CGI horror shit. But the question is, I had fun with the first Meg. I mean, it was so ridiculous that I had fun with it. It was kind of like a ridiculous CGI movie with a decent cast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those like sci-fi, really horrible movies, but the cast is really good and the dialogue is not cringe.
Yeah.
So if I get that and I just have a good time with it, that's what I'm expecting. So
yeah,
let's just have a good time with it. I've seen some still images from the new movie. I know it's supposed to be like some fucking giant octopuses and shit in it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like fucking over the top, like craziness.
Fucking Meg, King of Monsters, Part 2.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I don't care. Let's just have a good time.
Have a good time. On the final note, I thought it'd be kind of cool ending on the flashback that we saw recently in theaters. We haven't really got a chance to talk about it. Me, you, Brandon, Leanna, she went, right? Yeah. Pretty bad. Got old man brain. So they were doing the flashback, and Friday the 13th was kind of the horror one out of the bunch, other than Jaws, but we didn't get a chance to see Jaws because of God. What happened was we had this fucking crazy-ass storm that was literally, like, an hour, just long enough to fucking kill the power in the whole town.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we couldn't see Jaws. And then we couldn't see Jaws the following Wednesday because, this podcast really doesn't pay the bills yet. But back to Friday the 13th. I know me, you, and Brandon have been looking forward to seeing Friday the 13th in theaters for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that was like, I've always felt like Friday the 13th, the first one, was something that you need to experience in the theaters. Possibly,
Yeah, I think so too, because I've always been a big fan of the movie. It started it all, but it was something about watching it on the big screen that made it seem better.
Right, I know. Like, it's kind of like higher up on my list now.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, we went and saw Gremlins on the flashback, and we also saw Halloween. So this Friday the 13th is kind of our third one, flashback.
Yeah.
So, anytime a big classic horror movie like that, we wasn't able to go see because we were either not born or we were just so damn little we wouldn't have remembered it. We like to go do shit like that because we think that it's a different experience when you see it on a big screen.
Right.
It's like, you've seen the movie thousands of times, hundreds of times, but I don't know, man. Seeing it on screen is almost like epic.
It was.
You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing what else they put back in there. I'd still like to catch Jaws. Probably won't have a chance for that until probably next summer.
Possibly, yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I wouldn't mind seeing I would love to see like Psycho or Silence of the Lambs or